Yo, what's up, guys? So I know by the time this movie comes out, it's not going to be Halloween anymore, but look, it is Halloween for us. We're going to knock out this awesome movie, then we're going to go do some trick-or-treating with the kids. And today we're watching Silence of the Lambs. Baby, have you seen it?
Nope.
Guess what?
What?
It came out in 91, and I watched this one when I was like a young kid, but I don't really remember the story too much, but I kind of do. I remember it more than a lot of things that I've watched when I was younger, but as an adult, I'm really excited to watch the story unfold and to perceive it with like a more mature brain, if you will. So, yeah, this is gonna be the first time watching for you. I don't remember it being scary.
Okay.
I just remember it being like hard to understand.
Okay.
You'll see. There's a lot of dialogue.
I saw cerebral, so I'm here for it.
All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit us up on Patreon if you guys want to have a better time than over here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because we post the full uncut reactions over there, and we actually have a lot of stuff, and we post over there like 4 or 5 times a week. So more content over there for sure. All right, let's go.
Let's go. Yes. Iconic.
Silence of the Lambs. Cool as hell. Orion. Out in Virginia.
Yeah, near Quantico. That's like FBI headquarters.
I've heard the name Anthony Hopkins before.
I don't even know what to think about the title. He's gonna tell some lambs to...
Bet your ass up, lamb. Gonna be a damn wham chop. FBI Academy, look at that.
Dang, so she's like really winning because I don't see anyone competing with her.
She's like, I'm out here in the fog. Where y'all boys at? To be honest, I wish that was behind our house. Dude, that'd be so much fun.
You would climb that?
Yeah, I'd climb that. That'd be fun.
So you train for Survivor? Good strat.
Broke her leg.
Good strat.
Starling! Crawford wants to see you in his office.
Thank you, sir.
He said, that's a good candidate right there.
My dream is to wake up every morning at 5 o'clock and be a runner.
That's your dream?
I'm gonna keep dreaming about it.
Clarice.
That looked like the quarterback on Waterboy.
Yeah, right to the end.
Behavioral science.
That's like the coolest part.
I remember the little like FBI run in the beginning, but I don't remember this part.
You looking for Crawford?
Yes, sir.
Well, he should be back in a couple minutes. Why don't you wait in his office?
They really gave their credit back then, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They took up the whole screen.
I kind of like how they did that. I was just sitting there thinking that.
Like if you worked on this film, you got the respect. Is that a skin arm?
Starling, Clarice in. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Crawford.
Sorry to pull you off the course at such short notice. Your instructors tell me you're doing well. Top quarter of your class.
I hope so. They haven't posted any grades yet.
Jobs come up, and I thought about you. More of an interesting errand.
So you're right. She is like a little candidate. Well, she is in the
I
academy.
remember you from my seminar at UVA. You grilled me pretty hard, as I recall, on the Bureau of Civil Rights record in the Hoover years. Gave you an A.
A-, sir.
Overachiever.
Double major, psych and criminology, graduated in Magna, summer internships at the Reisinger Clinic. Says here, when you graduate, you want to come to work for me in behavioral science. We're interviewing all the serial killers now in custody for a psychobehavioral profile. Could be a real help in unsolved cases. Most of them have been happy to talk to us. You spook easily, Starling?
Not yet, sir.
See, the one we want most refuses to cooperate. I want you to go after him again today in the asylum.
And who's the subject?
The psychiatrist, Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal the cannibal.
I don't expect
you heard
him
him
to
before?
talk to you.
I think so.
But I have to be able to say we tried. So if he won't cooperate, I want just straight reporting. How's he look? How's his cell look? Is he sketching, drawing? If he is, what's he sketching?
That's kind of a cool job,
There's
though.
a dossier on Lecter, copy of our questionnaire, and a special ID for you. Have your memo on my desk by 0800 Wednesday.
Okay. Excuse me, sir, but why the urgency? Lecter's been in prison for so many years now. Is there some connection between him and Buffalo Bill, maybe?
I wish there were. I want your full attention, Starling.
Yes, sir.
Be very careful with Hannibal Lecter. Dr. Chilton at the asylum will go over all the physical procedures used with him. Do not deviate from them for any reason whatsoever. And you're to tell him nothing personal, Starling. Believe me, you don't want Hannibal Lecter inside your head. Just do your job, but never forget what he is.
They said he was
And
a
what is that?
psychiatrist.
Oh, he's a monster. Pure psychopath. So rare to capture one alive. From a research point of view, Lector is our most prized asset.
Brother, is that not Papa from Stranger Things? Could I be tripping or is that him?
Dude, you're tripping.
Guys, man, y'all let me know. He's from something. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back it up.
From a research point of view, Lector is our most prized asset.
That poster back there.
You know, we get a lot of detectives here, but I must say I can't ever remember one as attractive. Will you be in Baltimore overnight? Because this can be quite a fun town if you have the right guide.
I'm sure this is a great town, Dr. Chilton, but my instructions are to talk to Dr. Lecter and report back this afternoon.
I see. We've tried to study him, of course,
Are you
but
sure?
he's much too sophisticated for the
I'm pretty
standard
sure.
tests. Thinks I'm his nemesis.
They do have the same vibe, but
Crawford's very
nah.
clever, isn't he, using you?
What do you mean, sir?
Pretty young woman to turn him on.
Well, I don't know. Pause it and
I
look
don't
it
believe
up.
Lecter.
Man, I was so wrong, guys. I'm so sorry.
They do have the same
Okay,
vibe,
so
though. I won't even
Talk to
lie.
Yeah, they kind of do. I thought they had the same like face. I thought the Papa from Stranger Things was just aged a lot. All right, let's go.
I don't believe Lecter's even seen a woman in 8 years. And oh, are you ever his taste, so to speak?
I graduated from UVA, Doctor. It is not a charm
Weird.
school.
Good, then you should be able to remember the rules. Do not touch the glass. Do not approach the glass. You pass him nothing but soft paper. No pencils or pens. No staples or paper clips in his paper. Use the sliding fruit carrier, no exceptions. If he attempts to pass you anything, do not accept it. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Oh my gosh, what's this guy about to be
I'm going to
like?
show you why we insist on such precautions. On the afternoon of July 8, 1981, he complained of chest pains and was taken to the dispensary. His mouthpiece and restraints were removed for an EKG. When the nurse leaned over him, he did this to her. The doctors managed to reset her jaw, more or less. His pulse never got above 85, even when he ate her tongue.
So he really
I
is
keep
a
him
cold-blooded
in
person,
here.
huh?
Dr. Chilton,
Didn't even get the heart rate up.
if Lecter feels that you're his enemy, then, well, maybe we'll have more luck if I go in by myself. What do you think?
Girl,
You might
you
have suggested this in my office and saved me the time.
I would have missed the pleasure of your company, sir.
Turn that frown
When
upside
she's
down.
finished, bring her out.
Hi, I'm Barney. He told you don't get near the glass.
Yes, he did. Clarice Starling.
Nice to meet you, Clarice. He's past the others. The last cell, you keep to the right. I put out a chair for you.
Oh, yes, that's very good. Thank you.
I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
She's like, okay. They're stressing her out, ain't they?
They're stressing me out. What's she about to go do? Like, geez.
They really have him locked in a dungeon, don't they?
Oh no.
He's got a good nose, don't he?
Oh no.
Morning.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling. May I speak with you?
You're one of Jack Crawford's, aren't you?
I am, yes.
May I see your credentials?
No.
Certainly.
He looks like a vampire, don't he?
Closer, please.
Mm-mm.
Closer.
That's test number 1. I bet he's about a manipulator.
That expires in 1 week. You're not real FBI, are you?
I'm still in training at the academy.
Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
Yes, I'm a student. I'm here to learn from you. Maybe you can decide for yourself whether or not I'm qualified enough to do that.
That is rather slippery of you, Agent Starling.
She a slippery little.
Sit, please. Now then, tell me, what did Miggs say to you? Multiple Miggs in the next cell. He hissed at you. What did he say?
He said, I can smell your...
I see. I myself cannot.
Ew.
You use Evian skin cream. And sometimes you wear lead at home. Not
Sometimes.
today.
Did you do all these drawings, Doctor?
Ah, that is the Duomo scene from the Belvedere. You know, Florence?
All that detail just from memory, sir?
Memory, Agent Starling, is what I have instead of a view.
Perhaps you'd care to lend us your view on this questionnaire, sir.
No. You were doing fine. You had been courteous and receptive to courtesy. You had established trust with the embarrassing truth about Miggs. Now this ham-handed segue into your questionnaire.
Oh, he's trying to like break her apart in his head, in her
I'm
head.
only asking you to look at this, Doctor. Either you will or you won't.
Yeah. Jack Crawford must be very busy indeed if he is recruiting help from the student body. Busy hunting that new one, Buffalo Bill. What a naughty boy he is. Do you know why he's called Buffalo Bill? Please tell me.
Well, it started as a bad joke in Kansas City homicide. They said, this one likes to skin his humps.
Why do you think he removes their skins, Agent Starling?
As like a
Clone me
trophy.
with your acumen.
It excites him. Most serial killers keep some sort of trophies from their victims.
I didn't.
No, you ate yours.
You send that through now.
If you were a serial killer, you'd be like him. Because you love Food Network.
Yeah, but I don't want to try a human ever.
You might have already tried some human. Didn't know it.
I just told my sister beef jerky was human.
It might be. Maybe all these missing people end up in your hamburger. Like an item.
Oh, Agent Starling, you think you can dissect me with this blunt little tool?
No, I thought that your knowledge...
You're so ambitious, aren't you? Do you know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? You look like a rube, a well-scrubbed, hustling rube with a little taste. Good nutrition's given you some length of bone, but you're not more than one generation from poor white trash. And that accent you've tried so desperately to shed, pure West Virginia. Does your father do? Is he a coal miner? Does he stink of the land? You know how quickly the boys found you. All those tedious, sticky fumblings in the backseats of cars, while you could only dream of getting out, getting anywhere, getting all the way to the apple pie.
You see a lot, Doctor. When are you strong enough to point that high-powered perception at yourself? Why don't you look at yourself and write down what you see?
That'd be interesting,
smart.
right? Yeah.
She's smart. She's trying to trick him.
She's trying to reverse that psychology, huh?
A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans.
Ew.
You fly back to school now, little Starling. Fly.
He's hard to get info out of, huh?
Did she even take any notes about what she was supposed to see? All the little details? Or was she so enamored by his conversation?
I don't know.
My wrist. Look at the blood! Gotcha! Mate! You stupid!
That's crazy. I could do it sideways right now.
Agent Starling! Come back! Agent Starling! Hurry!
I would not have had that happen to you. Discourtesy is unspeakably ugly to me.
Then do this test for me.
No, but I will make you happy. I'll give you a chance for what you love most.
What is that, Doc?
Advancement, of course. Listen carefully. Look deep within yourself, Clarice Starling. Go seek out Miss Moffat, an old patient of mine. M-O-F-E-T. Go now. I don't think Miggs could manage again quite so soon, even though he is crazy. Go now!
So he's like trying to help her a little?
A little bit. Or maybe he's just playing with her. I don't remember. It's crazy. That dude busted a nut and cost all kinds. It made that so anxious. There was a countdown or something. Like, oh no, it's begun. Yeah, I'd be crying too, girl.
I mean, she wasn't expecting that from that, like, from that position. I wouldn't.
She better wear a raincoat next time.
Hey, Bill.
Daddy!
Hey.
His name is Bill?
All right.
Did you get any bad guys today, Daddy?
No, Angel, they all got away
FBI, hands up! Don't move!
Hands behind your back. Thumbs
That
up.
guy was awfully cooperative, wasn't he? They're gonna be fucked when they get in the film.
You're dead, Starling. Johnson, good job. Good entry, good command. Starling, where's your danger area?
In the corner, sir.
Did you check the corner?
No, sir.
That's the reason you're dead.
3109. Breaking doors or windows to enter or exit. 4.
Clarice, phone. It's the guru.
Crawford.
They were friends?
Thanks, Ardelia.
Or he got
Starling?
him?
Sir?
I think he arrested him.
Miggs is dead.
Dad. How?
The orderly heard Lector whispering to him all afternoon and Miggs crying. They found him at bed check. He'd swallowed his own tongue. Starling?
I'm still here, sir. I don't know how to feel about this.
You don't have to feel any way about it. Lecter did it to amuse himself. Look, I know it got ugly today, but you mentioned a name at the end. Moffat. Any follow-up on her?
Lecter altered or destroyed most of his patients' histories prior to capture, so there's no record of anyone named Moffat. But I thought the yourself reference was too hokey for Lecter, so I figured he's from Baltimore. And I looked in the phone book, and there's a yourself storage facility right outside of downtown Baltimore.
Good work.
Wow.
So he like tested her cerebral right there.
Was leased for 10 years, prepaid in full. The contract is in the name of a Miss Hester Moffat.
I'd be scared to go up in there.
1980?
Not to my knowledge. Privacy is a great concern to my customers.
I won't disturb anything, I promise. I'll be out of here before you know it.
I hope you.
Stuck.
You could return tomorrow with my son.
What about him?
He gives up quick, don't he?
I would ask my driver to help you, but he detests physical labor.
Right. You just stay here. I'll be back in 1 minute.
What's she about to do? Get the crowbar? Oh, the jack. I'm pretty proud of Clarice for that moment right there. It's not me.
Stuck. Hand me that flashlight. Oh, if this door should fall down or anything else, this is the number for our Baltimore field office. Now, they know that you're with me. You call them if anything should happen.
Yeah, she's creeped out by him. She wanted some assurances. They know you're with me.
Oh.
I'd have jacked it up a little bit more.
What the heck?
That's the cool thing about living in Georgia, guys. Especially during the winter, boy, we see some huge birds in our trees. We gotta look out for our dogs sometimes.
Yeah, the little Chihuahua one.
We got them hawks.
That's a really big flag, honestly. A death car?
You mean a hearse?
Yeah.
A death car.
Yeah, get that out. Don't touch nothing in there. That's a for real dead person with the eyelashes put on them.
That's Hannibal's victim?
I mean, it was in his storage shed,
Right.
so in my opinion, that's his victim.
I mean, obviously, right? But why did he show her that? Just to mess with her?
Maybe to see if she'll...
It's an anagram, isn't it, Doctor?
Maybe to see,
Esther Moffat.
I guess, something about her.
The rest of me. Miss the rest of me? Meaning that you rented that garage? Thank you.
Your bleeding has stopped.
How did you?
Because he can smell it, probably.
It's just a scratch.
He's like a shark.
Dr. Lecter, whose head is in that bottle?
Why don't you ask me about Buffalo Bill?
Do you know something about him?
I might if I saw the case file. You could get that for me.
Why don't we talk about Miss Moffat? You wanted me to find him.
His real name is Benjamin Rasbell, a former patient of mine whose romantic attachments ran to, shall we say, the exotic. I did not kill him, I assure you, merely tucked him away very much as I found him after he'd missed 3 appointments.
If you didn't kill him, then who did, sir?
Who can say? Best thing for him, really. His therapy was going nowhere.
His dress, makeup. Raspo was a transvestite?
In life? Oh, no. Garden variety manic depressive. Very tedious. No, just think of him as a kind of experiment. A fledgling killer's first effort at transformation. How did you feel when you saw him, Clarice?
Scared at first, then exhilarated.
Jack Crawford is helping your career, isn't he? Apparently, he likes you and you like him, too.
I never thought about it.
Do you think Jack Crawford wants you sexually? True, he is much older, but do you think he visualizes scenarios, exchanges?
That doesn't interest me, Doctor. It's the sort of thing that Miggs would say.
Not anymore.
Right.
But that was a good response by her. So she didn't have to deal with that.
Thank you, Barney.
What happened to your drawings?
Punishment, you see, for Miggs. Just like that gospel program. When you leave, they'll turn the volume way up. Dr. Chilton does enjoy his petty torment.
What do you mean by transformation, Doctor?
I've been in this room for 8 years now, Clarice. I know they will never ever let me out while I'm alive.
That's a long time.
What I want is a view. I want a window where I can see a tree or even water. I want to be in a federal institution
yourself one.
far away from Dr. Chilton.
What did you mean by fledgling killer? Are you saying that he's killed again?
I'm offering you a psychological profile of Buffalo Bill based on the case evidence. I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
This is like the show Mindhunter. You haven't seen it, but it's kind of like that.
You know who he is, don't you? Tell me who decapitated your patient, Doctor.
All good things to those who wait. I've waited, Clarice, but how long can you and old Jackie boy wait? Our little Billy must already be searching for that next special lady.
Wow, so he's dangling it in front of her face. He's using it as an opportunity to get a better room for himself?
Yeah, with a window, which is never good because what do they try to do in windows?
Beat off publicly?
No, sneak. They're trying to get out.
He ain't gonna get out. It's gonna be some plexiglass.
Aw, she's just jamming, man. Come on. She's just being an American girl.
Hey, little cheaper.
And her cat's hungry.
I'm right there.
Baby, what you're saying?
He don't need help.
A man don't need no help.
Nope.
Ladies, if a man needs your
Can I
help,
help you with that?
then he ain't a man. He don't need your help.
Would you?
Sure.
Thank you.
That's all right. You look kind of handicapped.
I got it this far, I just can't get it up in the trunk. There it is. Oh,
Okay.
good. Just set it there. That's good. Get in the truck. I want to push it all the way up. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
No, you just got trapped, honey. You were just an American girl.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Hey, are you about a size 14?
Sorry.
Good.
What's good about that?
Oh, good, good.
Oh, that would suck. That would double suck.
Damn, now the cat's hungry. They got really pops and jab out there, don't they?
Starling! Outside. Let's go. Cindy, in the ring for Starling. Let's go.
Oh, I thought she was doing a good job. What was she supposed to do better?
Saddle up. Pack your field gear. You're moving out, you go with Bruff.
Where?
Found a girl's body down in West Virginia. Been in the water about a week. Looks like a Buffalo Bill type situation.
Dang, so they're really after Buffalo Bill, but they have to be messing around with Hannibal Lecter.
I wonder if it's that girl or if it's a different one from like previous.
Yeah, because that just seemed like it happened in 1 minute.
Like last night,
We don't
yeah.
know why. There's no evidence of rape or physical abuse prior to death. All the mutilation you see there is post-mortem. Okay, 3 days. Then he shoots them, skins them, and dumps them, each body in a different river. The water leaves us no trace evidence of any kind. That's Frederica Bimmel, the first one. Her body was the only one he took the trouble to weight down, though actually she was the third girl found. After her, he got lazy. Circles where the girls were abducted. This new one today washed up here.
Oh my god.
So he's probably the Bigfoot they see up there.
Yeah.
That's Big Bill.
But he can't lift a couch in his car, apparently.
Look at him, Starling. Tell me what you see.
Oh, he's a white male. Serial killers tend to hunt within their own ethnic groups. He's not a drifter. He's got his own house somewhere, not an apartment.
Why?
What he does with them takes privacy. He's in his 30s or 40s. He's got real physical strength combined with an older man's self-control. He's cautious, precise. He's never impulsive. He'll never stop.
Why not?
Got a real taste for it now, and he's getting better at his work.
Not bad, Starling. Questions?
Yes, sir. You haven't mentioned anything about the information contained in my report or Dr. Lecter's offer, sir.
Considering it.
That's why you sent me in there, isn't it? To get his help on Buffalo Bill? Well, if that was the case, then I just wish I was in on it, that's all.
If I'd sent you in there with an actual agenda, Lecter would have known it instantly. He would have toyed with you, then turned to stone.
Because he's smart like that.
She said, damn, you right.
Did he ask the girl if she was a size 14 because he has like a
Excuse me, Sheriff
certain
Perkins.
type he killed?
Is it the FBI?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's
Sheriff
his fetish
Perkins,
type.
Jack Crawford, FBI.
I mean, I know why, but
Special
I'm not
Agent
gonna tell you.
Terry, Agent Starling, we appreciate being invited to your jurisdiction.
I didn't call you. That was somebody from the state attorney's office. We'll extend you every courtesy, but right now,
Sheriff, this type of sex crime has certain aspects I just as soon discuss in private. You know what I mean?
She said, bro, I just got cum thrown in my hair. You think I can't handle this?
Maybe he didn't know about that part.
You don't think she disclosed it?
I wouldn't. I would be too embarrassed. That was crazy.
You think she just went home and hit the Garnier Fructis?
40 times.
Yeah.
Is she checking the people at the funeral because you always have to?
I don't know what she's doing. Flashback, huh?
Fetch Dr. Akins from the chapel.
Starling, we're back here.
Tell Lamar to come on when he's finished playing his music.
Yeah, we'll be sending in that.
Excuse me, gentlemen, you officers and gentlemen, listen here now. There's things we need to do for her. I know that y'all brought her this far and that her folks would thank you if they could for your kindness and your sensitivity. Now, please, go on now, let us take care of her. Go on now.
I'm just standing around getting refreshments anyway.
Yeah, breathing
Thank
up
you.
all the air in there.
Oh, so we don't smell it?
Yeah, fucking autopsy.
Aw, man.
Doctor, Lamar, let's take a look at her.
That man went all natural. Do you see that?
Okay, Starling.
Star-shaped contact entrance wound over the sternum. Muzzle stamp at the top.
Wrongful death.
Wrongful death.
She'll have to go to the state pathologist at Claxton. I better get back to that service. Lord Almighty.
Well, I'm
What
glad
else
they're not
is
showing
there,
us.
Me too.
It's not local. Her ears are pierced 3 times, and there's glitter nail polish It looks like town to me.
Good insight.
Two of her fingernails are broken off, and there's dirt or grit. It looks like she's tried to claw her way through something.
Ray, get pictures of her teeth. We'll fax them for missing person.
Right.
She's got something in her throat.
Is her tongue
It
bruised?
comes out of the water. Lots of times there's like leaves and things in the mouth.
Oh, man. Is it a note, you think?
Like a larva or something?
Is that?
Like from a certain place?
No, sir. That's a bug cocoon. There's no way that could get way down in there like that.
Unless somebody shoved it in there.
She'll be easier to print when we turn her over. Lamar, will you give me a hand with this?
Yes, sir, I will.
It's probably from like a certain region.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah.
What do you make of these?
Different configuration than the other victims. Get close-ups.
Victim's skin removed, this time in two large diamond-shaped sections above the buttock. Stellate exit wound level with the second or the third thoracic vertebrae, approximately 6 inches from the right shoulder blade.
Starling. When I told that sheriff we shouldn't talk in front of a woman, that really burned you, didn't it? It was just smoke, Starling. I had to get rid of him.
Matters, Mr. Crawford. Cops look at you to see how to act. Matters.
Point taken.
What a logical argument.
Yeah, and
Ligature marks
She gets a
found
little,
around
like,
the
say.
wrists, not around the ankles. This would indicate that the skinning was post-mortem.
Time, Coach. My move.
No fair, you lured him with produce.
Tough noogies. Still my turn.
Nice and slow, baby.
The beetle moves one of your men. Does that still count?
Of course it counts. How do you play?
Agent Starling?
that's the Beetle Boys.
Practically mush.
Yeah.
It's found behind the soft palate of a murder victim. The body was in the Elk River, West Virginia.
It's Buffalo Bill, isn't it?
I'm afraid I can't tell you any more about that.
We heard about it on the radio.
You mean this is like a clue from a real murder case? Cool.
Ignore him. He's not a PhD.
Teratonia, maybe. Boy, he's a big sucker. Okay, let's check morphology.
What do you do when you're not detecting, Agent Starling?
Oh, Lord.
Don't worry about it.
Try to be a student, Dr. Pilcher.
You ever go out for cheeseburgers and beer? The amusing house wine?
Are you hitting on me, Doctor?
Yes.
Gotcha. Agent Starling, meet Mr. Acherontius Styx, better known to his friends as the Death's Head Moth.
Now, where does it come from?
That's what's strange. Only live in Asia.
Asia.
In this country, they'd have to be specially raised from imported eggs.
Now, somebody grew this guy. Fed him honey and nightshade.
So they
and
took
warm.
care of him
Somebody loved him.
until he fed him to a dead person. That's jacked up.
Bro, whose house is this? Okay, I'm
Buffalo
gonna assume
Bills.
Buffalo Bills, yeah. I don't know if it was the knives or the butterflies that got me.
Well, why don't they call him Butterfly Bill?
Oh, hell no.
So he had someone locked up. They said that they were trying to claw out. So.
Why won't you answer me, please?
Good morning.
And he has a patrol dog.
I'm Gene Castle with sports. Our top story for this morning. Catherine Martin, the 25-year-old daughter of Senator Ruth Martin, listed first as a missing person, is now believed to have been kidnapped by the serial killer known only as Buffalo Bill.
That was a senator's
Memphis
daughter.
police sources indicate that the missing girl's blouse has been identified, sliced up the back, in what has become a kind of grim, all too familiar calling card. Young Catherine Martin, the only daughter of U.S. Senator Ruth Martin, the Republican junior senator from Tennessee. It has stirred the government to its highest levels. The president himself said to be, and I quote, intensely concerned. Just moments ago, Senator Martin takes this dramatic personal plea.
I'm speaking now to the person who's holding my daughter. Catherine is very gentle and kind. Talk to her and you'll see. You have the power. You are in charge. I know you can feel love and compassion.
I don't think
Be
he's
merciful.
watching.
Please. My daughter is Catherine.
Boy, that's smart.
Release her unharmed.
Jesus, that's really smart.
She
Keeps repeating the name.
She sees Catherine as a person and not just an object. It's harder to tear her up.
Please, release my little girl.
What you're
He's like,
doing,
oh, I don't
Miss
care about
Starling, is
that.
coming
He's not
into
even
my
watching.
hospital to
Yeah, I'm
conduct
about
an
to
interview
slice
and
her.
refusing to share information with me for the third time.
Sir, I told you this is just a routine follow-up on the Raspel
He
case.
is my patient. I have rights.
I understand that, sir.
I am not just some turnkey, Miss Starling.
This is the number for the U.S. Attorney's Office. Please, that you discuss this with him. You let me do my job. You understand?
Okay.
If your profile helps us catch Buffalo Bill in time to save Catherine Martin, the senator promises you a transfer. VA hospital at Oneida Park, New York, with a view of the woods nearby. Maximum security still applies, of course. You'd have reasonable access to books. Best of all, though, 1 week of the year, you get to leave the hospital, go here. Plum Island. Every day of that week, you may walk on the beach. You may swim in the ocean for up to 1 hour under SWAT team surveillance, of course. And there you have it. Copy of the Buffalo Bill case file. Copy of the senator's offer.
I feel like he would be more tempted
Offer
with a
is
cave, not a freaking
non-negotiable
island.
and final.
Like a bat cave, you know?
I don't even know if he's
You
impressed.
get nothing.
Plum Island Animal Disease Research Center. Sounds charming.
That's only part of the island. There's very nice beach. Terns nest there. There's beautiful.
Tern? If I help you, Clarice, it will be turns with us too. Quid pro quo. I tell you things, you tell me things. Not about this case, though. About yourself.
Nah, that was rule number 1.
Yes and no, Clarice. Poor little Catherine is waiting.
Go, doctor.
What is your worst memory of childhood?
Death of my father.
Tell me about it and don't lie, or I'll know.
He was a town marshal, and one night he surprised 2 burglars coming out of the back of a drugstore. They shot him.
Was he killed outright?
No, he was very strong. He lasted more than a month. My mother died when I was very young, so my father had become the whole world to me. I was 10 years old.
Damn, that's tough,
You're
man.
very frank, Clarice. I think it would be quite something to know you in private life.
Quid pro quo, doctor.
Your turn.
So tell me about Miss West Virginia. Was she a large girl?
Yes,
Big through the hips? Roomy?
they all were.
What else?
She had an object deliberately inserted into her throat. We don't know what it means.
Was it a butterfly?
Almost a teenage
Yes,
one.
a moth, just like the one we found in Benjamin Raspail's head an hour ago. Why does he place them there, doctor?
The significance of the moth is change. Caterpillar into chrysalis or pupa. From thence into beauty. Our Billy wants to change too.
There's no correlation in the literature between transsexualism and violence. Transsexuals are very passive.
Clever girl. You're so close to the way you're going to catch him. Do you realize that?
No, tell me why.
After your father's murder, you were orphaned. What happened next? I don't imagine the answer is on those second-rate shoes, Clarice.
I went to live with my mother's cousin and her husband.
He said, what are those?
Basically.
Was it a cattle ranch?
Sheep and horses.
How long did you live there?
2 months.
Why so briefly?
I ran away.
Why, Clarice? Did the rancher make you perform fellatio? Did he sodomize you?
No, he was a very decent man. Quid pro quo, doctor.
Billy is not a real transsexual, but he thinks he is. He tries to be. He's tried to be a lot of things, I expect.
And you said that I was very close to the way we would catch him. What did you mean, doctor?
There are 3 major centers for transsexual surgery: Johns Hopkins, University of Minnesota, and Columbus Medical Center. I wouldn't be surprised if Billy had applied for sex reassignment at one or all of them and been rejected.
On what basis would they reject him?
Look,
That
for
shot
severe
was incredible.
childhood disturbances associated with violence. Our Billy wasn't born a criminal, Clarice. He was made one through years of systematic abuse. Billy hates his own identity, you see, and he thinks that makes him a transsexual. But his pathology is 1,000 times more savage, more terrifying.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
My family will pay cash, whatever ransom you're asking for.
Oh, he just
Rubs
like
the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
You never heard that?
And he keeps calling it it.
You will, precious. You will get the hose.
Puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. Crazy.
You let me go, I won't press charges, I promise. See, my mom is a real important woman. I guess you already know that.
Now it places the lotion in the basket.
What is wrong with him?
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!
Oh man, there's that broken fingernail.
So she really did try to climb out.
Oh, that was her first time able to see it because of the light.
Is he trying to copy her because she's a girl?
You still think you're gonna walk on some beach and see the birdies? No, I don't think so. I called Senator Ruth Martin. She never heard of any deal with you. They scammed you, Hannibal. Stand outside.
What a dick, right? I mean, I don't feel bad for Hannibal by any means, but he's messing with the FBI agent. With Starling.
There never was a deal with Senator Martin, but there is now. I designed it. Of course, I worked in a few conditions for my own benefit as well. Identify Buffalo Bill by name. And if the girl is found in time, Senator Martin will have you transferred to Brushy Mountain State Prison in Tennessee. Answer me, Hannibal.
I thought that was the deal, but now it is.
Answer me now, or by God, you'll never leave this cell. Who is Buffalo Bill?
His first name is Lewis. I'll tell the rest of the senator herself, but only in Tennessee. And I have a few conditions of my own.
Beat him up and get him ready to go.
Jack, Hannibal Lecter is being transferred to Memphis.
Transferred?
Did you have a trainee make some sort of phony offer to Lecter in the senator's name?
Yeah, I rolled the dice. I had to.
Well, she's
man,
mad
you
as
weren't
hell,
lying.
Jack. Paul Krendler's over here from Justice. He's asking him to take over in Memphis.
you ever seen that mask?
I feel like I have, but I didn't know it was from here at all.
Welcome to Memphis, Dr. Lector. I'm Lieutenant Boyle. This is Sergeant Patrick. Now, we're going to treat you as good as you treat us. You be a gentleman, you're going to get 3 hots to cot. Sir, sign right here. We'll have us a legal transfer.
I remember the first time you ever heard that phrase, 3 hots in a cot. You were so impressed by that.
Yeah.
Here, sir, use mine.
It made me laugh a lot for some reason. Yeah, because he said our toddler got that at daycare.
The 3 hots in a cot, yeah.
That's why I thought that joke was funny.
She's mad as hell.
That would be so creepy.
Well, she needs him to cooperate for her.
Senator Martin, Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Dr. Lecter, I brought an affidavit guaranteeing your new rights. You want to read it before I sign.
I won't waste your time or Catherine's time bargaining for petty privileges. Clarice, Starling, and that awful Jack Crawford have wasted far too much time already. I only pray they haven't doomed the poor girl.
Uh-oh.
Let me help you now, and I will trust you when it is all over.
You have my word, Paul.
Buffalo Bill's real name is Louis Friend. I met him just once. He was referred to me in April or May 1980 by my patient Benjamin Raspel. They were lovers, you see. But Raspel had become very frightened. Apparently, Louis had murdered a transient and done things with the skin.
Oh.
We need his address and a physical description.
Tell me, Senator, did you nurse Catherine yourself?
What?
Did you breastfeed her?
Now, wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Toughened your nipples, didn't it?
Son of a...
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it tickling. Tell me, Mom, when your little girl is on the slab, where will it tickle you?
Take this thing back to Baltimore.
5 for 10, strongly built, about 180 pounds. Hair blonde, eyes pale blue.
Oh my God.
He'd be about 35 now. He said he lived in Philadelphia, but may have lied. That's all I can remember, Mom. But if I think of any more, I will let you know.
Dang, so he knows a lot.
Oh, and Senator, just one more thing. Love your suit.
I can tell you now that in a meeting earlier this evening with Senator
Andy's
Ruth Martin,
fashionable.
Dr. Lecter agreed to assist in the investigation of trying to find the abductor, Catherine Martin.
How do you fit in, sir?
Well, it's only through my own unique insight into Lecter's mind that this breakthrough was possible.
And Buffalo Bill's real name?
Buffalo Bill's real name is now a matter of record with the proper authorities. My name is Dr. Frederick Chilton.
How do you spell that?
C-H.
You with Dr. Chilton's group?
Well, I just saw him outside, sir.
Access to Lecter is strictly limited. We've been getting death threats.
I understand, sir.
And he's mad at you.
Log in and check your weapon.
Well, I can't take all the credit for myself. Senator Martin, Justice Department, people at the FBI. And now for the hard part, apprehending the suspect.
Why don't you give her some credit?
Excuse me, folks, I'm gonna have to catch a flight.
Because she's just a student. No reliability.
Is it true what they're saying? Some kind of vampire?
He looks like it.
He seems like it. He can smell blood.
They don't
so
have a
easy.
name for what it is.
You do know the rules, ma'am?
Yes, Lieutenant Boyle. I've questioned him before.
Go ahead.
Where's the window?
So he really does have an improved room, huh?
I don't know. When people are in rooms like that, I feel like they can escape Magneto.
Good evening, Clarice.
I thought you might like your drawings back, Doctor.
Good evening, Clarice.
Just until you get your view.
How very thoughtful.
Oh, he's in a Midway house.
Or did Jack Crawford send you for one last wheedle before you're both booted off the case?
No, I came because I wanted to.
People will say we're in love. Anthrax Island. That was an especially nice touch, Clarice. Yours?
Yes.
Yeah. That was good. Pity about poor Catherine, though. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Your anagrams are showing, Doctor. Louis Friend, iron sulfide, also known as fool's gold.
You need to get more fun out of life.
You were telling me the truth back in Baltimore, sir. Please continue now.
Well, I've read the case files, have you? Everything you need to find him is right there in those pages.
And tell me how.
First, principles, Clarice. Simplicity. Read Marcus Aurelius. Of each particular thing, ask, what is it in itself? What is its nature? What does he do, this man you seek?
He kills women.
No, that is incidental. What is
He
the
collects
first and
eyes.
principal thing he does? What needs does he serve by killing?
Social acceptance and sexual frustration, sir.
No, he covets. That is his nature. How do we begin to covet, Clarice? Do we seek out things to covet? Make an effort to answer now.
No.
No, we begin by coveting what we see every day. Don't you feel eyes moving over your body, Clarice? Don't your eyes seek out the things you want?
All right, yes. Now please tell me how.
No. It's your turn to tell me, Clarice. You don't have any more vacations to Sal. Why did you leave that ranch?
Oh my gosh, he's still on that.
We don't have any more time for any of this now.
But we don't reckon time the same way, do we, Clarice? This is all the time you'll ever have.
Later. Now, please listen to me. We've only got 5...
No, I will listen now. After your father's murder, you were orphaned. You were 10 years old. You went to live with cousins on a sheep and horse ranch in Montana.
And one morning, I just ran away.
Not just, Clarice. What set you off? You started at what time?
Early, still dark.
Then something woke you, didn't it? Was it a dream? What was it?
I heard a strange noise.
What was it?
It was screaming, some kind of screaming, like a child's voice.
What did you do?
I went downstairs, outside. I crept up into the barn. I was so scared to look inside, but I had to.
What did you see, Clarice?
Lambs. They were screaming.
They were slaughtering the spring lambs?
And they were screaming.
And you ran away?
No. First, I tried to free them. I opened the gate to their pen, but they wouldn't run. They just stood there, confused. They wouldn't run.
But you could, and you did, didn't you?
Yes. I took one lamb and I ran away as fast as I could.
Where were you going, Clarice?
I don't know. I didn't have any food, any water, and it was very cold, very cold. I thought if I could save just one, but he was so heavy. It was so heavy. I didn't get more than a few miles, and the sheriff's car picked me up. The rancher was so angry, he sent me to live at the Lutheran orphanage. Postman. I never saw the ranch again.
What became of your lamb, Clarice?
I killed him.
You still wake up sometimes, don't you? Wake up in the dark and hear the screaming of the lamb.
Yes.
Do you think if you save poor Catherine, you could make them stop, don't you? You think if Catherine lives, you won't wake up in the dark ever again to that awful screaming of the lambs?
I don't know.
She's more scared of the silence of the lambs, huh? Because then she failed.
Tell me his name, Doctor.
Dr. Chilton, I presume. I think you know each other.
Okay, let's go.
It's your turn, Doctor.
Out.
Tell me his name.
Sorry, ma'am, I've got orders. Had to put you on a plane. Come on now.
Brave Clarice will let me know when those lambs stop screaming, won't you?
Tell me his name, Doctor.
Clarice! Your case filed. Goodbye, Clarice.
They have a weird relationship, don't they?
She like needs information out of him, but she's gotta deal with his like
Shenanigans.
peculiarness. I don't even know how you explain that.
His intellectual narcissism. He reminds me of the comment sections.
I just know everything. Is that Clarice holding a lamb herself?
Ready when you are, Doc.
Just another minute, please.
They feed him pretty good, though.
I saw peas in the mix.
They could just give him some of those Schmucker peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Those ones that you got to keep cold in the fridge.
Son of a demanded a second dinner, lamb chops.
What he wants for breakfast.
He would order lamb chops.
What's that?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Okay, Doc, grab some flour.
Same drill as before, please.
Are you when you are, Sergeant Pembry?
Oh, he's gonna be able to unlock them things.
Hand me that, please.
They even give him salt and pepper. Like he can't crack those.
Find the drawings, please. Thank you.
I was him. I'd have dropped it on the floor. Telling me what to do for. Bon appetit.
Jimmy, watch it. He's got
Oh!
Jesus Christ!
Bro, you are crazy.
Oh, we took a bite out of him.
Oh my god. And he's about to. Dude.
Oh, he just wanted to season his food.
Because he's crazy.
He said, forget the salt and pepper.
He's like, time to go snag Clarice.
Oh, is that a pocket knife?
Yeah, just like
yeah.
Henry Bowers. Never mind, not just like Henry
Ready
Bowers.
when you are, Sergeant Pembry.
What is this shit? Did somebody go up on 5?
No, nobody went up.
Call Pembry, ask him to tell. Shots fired on 5, repeat. Shots fired on 5.
Sergeant Tate.
Holy shit.
The hell?
Shut up. Bobby, get the vest.
Right, Sarge.
Oh my god.
Brady, Howard, cover the...
Look! It stopped.
Peel off a 10-block radius. Give me the SWAT team and an ambulance double quick. We're going up.
If he takes out all these officers.
Pembry!
the worst, man.
Go.
Instead of him being the spectacle, he turned that cop into the spectacle.
Clear. Command post.
Did he peel his skin just to troll him?
I think so.
Lecter's gone, Sarge. Prisoner's missing.
Will's gun is gone, Sergeant.
Repeat, Lecter's missing and armed. He stripped the bed. Where the is my ambulance? He's alive.
Sergeant Tate, he's alive.
Get a hold of him where you can feel his hand, son. Talk to him.
What do I say?
It's Jim Pembry. Now talk to him, damn it.
Pembry, can you hear me?
Took Boyle's gun. Pembry got off one round. There's a chance Lecter was hit.
Breathing in and out. That's it. You're doing a good job. Oh, you look real good there.
Oh my god.
Crazy one man did that to him.
That guy's wild.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go.
Looking good, Pembry. You're gonna make it. Right. Go. Everything's just fine. Doing all right.
Where's the fucking oxygen? Good, buddy. That's right. Stay with me. Stay with me. We're losing him. Downstairs. Elevator. Out of the way.
Roger, Lieutenant. Tate here. I'm on the elevator bringing Pembry down. He seems to be hanging on. Main stairwell secured.
Maybe they'll tighten up that protocol next time.
Oh shoot. He has an escape hatch.
We're pretty sure he's somewhere on two, sir. That's all for now. Over. He's on the roof of the elevator. Okay, guys.
Oh shoot.
It's gonna be a dead body of some sort, right?
I don't know. I'm glad they had a mirror that.
I see him. There's a gun by his hand. He's not moving.
One warning. We need him alive.
Lecter, put your hands on your head. One of the leg.
He's not bluffing.
I don't think that's him.
No movement.
Johnny, hold your fire. We're coming into the car.
But he has on the white uniform.
Oh, I think he traded it out with somebody.
Oh, true.
Come from us. Firm.
I really don't remember. I know I've seen this, but at this point, I don't remember any of this movie. Yeah, that's not him. Animal's skinnier than that.
This is Medical Unit 26. We're inbound with a 50-year-old male police officer with severe facial lacerations. Weapon unknown. We've got grand mal seizure activity.
Oh,
good.
shoot.
Pressure's 130 over 90.
That's him.
Yeah, that was 84. We got him on life.
Dude, you're wild.
He wore his face, bro.
Oh. That man is
He's
Arya
crazy.
Stark.
They found the
Oh my
ambulance in
God.
a parking garage at Memphis Airport.
That was tough.
Killed a tourist, too. Got his clothes, cash. By now, he could be anywhere.
He won't come after me.
Oh, really?
He won't. I can't explain it. He would consider that rude.
That's what you think.
She's dead.
It's not your fault it worked out like this.
The thing is that Lecter said everything we need to catch him with is right here in these pages. Only I can't.
Dr. Lecter said a lot of things.
He's here, Ardelia.
What? Ew.
He kind of wants to be like Michael Kors or something.
Clarice, doesn't this random scattering of sights seem desperately random?
Desperately random. What does he mean?
Not random at all, maybe. Like there's some pattern here.
Yeah, but there is no pattern, or the computers would have nailed it. Or even found in random order.
Random because of the one girl, the one he weighted down.
Frederica Bimmel. From Belvedere, Ohio. First girl taken, third body found. Why?
Well, she didn't drift. He weighted her down.
What did Lecter say about the first principles?
Simplicity.
What does this guy do? He covets. How do we first start to covet?
We covet what we see.
Every day.
Hot damn, Clarice.
You know her.
Right. So in that guy's day-to-day, he saw all these girls.
I wonder
or at least
why.
one of them.
Someone's been hooping.
No dunks. No dunks.
It just looks cold and dreary there.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It's a sweet bird, though.
Mr. Bimmel?
That's me.
Well, I'm Clarice Starling. I'm with the FBI.
Oh, that's the dad, yeah.
I don't know nothing new to tell you. Police been back here so many times already. Frederica went into Chicago on the bus to see about a job. She left the interview okay. She never come home. Her bedroom's how she left it. Upstairs, door to the left.
What do you think they were spying from over there?
I don't know. I was wondering if they were like did costumes or like makeup or something. Uh-oh.
That shot was crazy too, the way they killed the little ballerina sound. Oh, she did OnlyFans.
But like in the beginning of time.
You better hide those.
Mr. Jingles, what do you know? And there's butterflies in that room. So was he trying to like be her?
A woman's suit, Mr. Crawford, out of real women, and he can sew. This guy, he's very skilled. He's a tailor or a dressmaker.
Starling.
That's why they're all so big. He has to keep them alive so he can starve them a while, so that he can loosen their skin and take.
Starling, we know who he is and where he is. We're on our way right now.
Where?
Calumet City, edge of Chicago. Be on the ground in 45 minutes with HRT.
That's great news, sir. But how?
Johns Hopkins came up with some names. We fed him into known offenders. Subject's name is Jamie Gum, a.k.a. John Grant. Lecter's description was accurate. He just lied about the name. Listen to this. Customs had some paper on it. They stopped a carton 2 years ago at LAX. Live caterpillars from Suriname. The addressee was a James Gum.
Well, Chicago's only 400 miles from here. I'll be there in...
No, Starling. There's not enough time. We want him for murder, not kidnapping. Need you to link him to the Bimmel girl before he's indicted. See what you can dredge up in Belvedere.
Yes, sir. You bet. I'll do my best.
Starling, we wouldn't have found him without you.
Good job,
Nobody's
Starling.
going to forget that. At least of all me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Crawford. Mr. Crawford.
I said California at your card.
Oh, I didn't read it.
Thanks for the scraps, asshole. I got a better idea. Okay, Precious, time for a little treat.
Oh, she's gonna capture Precious.
Precious! Come on, girl! Come on, Precious! Come on, Precious! Come on, Precious! I got a yummy, yummy snack for you!
I feel like this guy's getting ready to go out to Atlanta for a night.
Ow.
Precious! Are you up there, you little shit? Come and get it, pretty girl! Precious! Please come, come on!
I want to grab that nipple and thing and rip it out.
So he doesn't hear her luring him, Precious. His music's too bumping.
Come on, take that bone. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Poor Precious. For her and poor Precious.
Or lipstick. A lipstick didn't ask for all that.
I know. I said, can I go back in my tube? He just wears their hair.
He looks like an old washed up rock star, don't he? Like he was in Poison or something. Oh, my boy is tucking. He said, enter out.
Freddie was so happy for me when I got this job at the bank.
Stacy, did Frederick ever mention a man named Jamie Gum or a James Gum? How about John Grant?
No.
Or would she have had a friend that you didn't know about? Or
No way. She had a guy I'd have known, believe me. Sewing was her life.
did you two ever work together? Or?
Oh, sure. Me and Pam Malavasi used to help her do alterations for old Mrs. Littman.
Can you give me Mrs. Littman's address? I need to talk to her.
Uh-oh. We're gonna figure it out. I don't know what happened there.
This isn't the house, is it?
So powerful, so beautiful.
Is that Precious?
Precious?
Might be.
Precious?
Down here, you sack of shit!
Put her in that bucket.
Now you give me a telephone and lower it down here now!
Damn, smart girl, though.
Precious. Darling, how are you all right?
So they're probably at the wrong house.
Mister.
Let's
She
be
needs a
real.
bed. She broke her leg on the way down. I know it.
Hey, don't you hurt my dog!
Don't you make me hurt your dog!
Hey, you don't know what pain is!
I'm gonna do it, mister!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That is the right house.
Whoa. Ugh.
We're going in.
Believe it or not, we know a dude whose house looks like that.
Oh, God.
Good afternoon. Sorry to bother you. I'm looking for Mrs. Littman's family.
Everybody down!
No, Lippmans don't live here anymore.
Excuse me, sir.
It was her.
I really need to speak with you.
What's the problem, officer?
Well, I'm investigating the death of Frederica Bimmel.
There's no one here, Jack. Clarice.
Your name is?
Jack Gordon.
Mr. Gordon. Good. Well, Frederica used to work for Mrs. Lippman. Did you know her?
No, Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Yeah, she was a big girl, sir.
Yeah, I miss. No, I read about her in the newspaper. Mrs. Lippman had a son, though. Maybe he could help you. I got his card in here someplace. Do you want to come in while I look for it?
No, how about you just go get it yourself?
So the police went to the wrong house. She went to the right house.
And she's by herself.
Do you think Hannibal like set her up to get murdered?
She figured it out. Kinda.
But he sent the authorities on a bunny, like on a, I don't know.
Yes, we may be. Did you take over this place after Mrs. Lippman died? Is that right?
Yeah, I bought this house 2 years ago.
Did she leave any records, any business records, tax forms?
Well, nothing like that at all. Hey, has the FBI learned something? The police around here don't seem to have the first clue.
Insulting the cop.
Uh-oh. So she knows now.
Yeah, you gotta leave.
I mean, have you got like a description, fingerprints, anything like that?
No, we don't.
Here's that number.
Very good, Mr. Gordon. May I use your phone, please?
No.
Sure, you can use my phone.
Freeze! Put your hands over your head and turn around. Spread your legs.
Shoot his ass.
Put your hands in the back. Thumbs up. Freeze!
He has a gun now.
Not only does he have a gun, he has a way stronger gun than she has. Shoot her through a damn wall with that thing. Damn, so he knows the layout and she doesn't. That's so weird, bro.
And he had to play the music just to stress everyone out.
Yeah. Isn't it the guy from the Green Mile? Wasn't his name Buffalo Bill?
Something like that.
Was that not it?
FBI, you're safe.
Well, he was hell too.
You're all right, Catherine. Now, where is he?
What if it all comes down to a corner, like early in the movie?
Catherine, you gotta be quiet. Now, shut that dog up. Just get me out of here.
I'm gonna get you out of there, but right now, you listen to me. I gotta leave this room. I'll be right back.
No, don't you leave me here, you fuck. No, don't you leave me here.
I don't blame her.
Please, I gotta get out of here. Catherine, the other officers will be here any minute now. Wait.
They ain't coming.
Please. Quiet.
Can you imagine what a black light will find in that house?
I don't want to know.
Oh my god. There's some luminol. You got this, young Jodie Foster. Oh, he's got them night vision goggles.
Yeah, we seen. I forgot.
He's just standing there, huh?
Man, she really can't see nothing.
He's so patient.
So weird.
Oh, was that a camera? Like a tripod? Oh, it is.
Yeah, he was performing in front of it, remember?
Damn, that's what you get for having such a hard trigger to pull.
And messing with like the best agent in training.
He got off kind of easy though. Cut his
really
skin
did.
off. Put him in that hole.
And he's like proud of it.
He definitely turned into a butterfly, all right. Oh, she's keeping the poor dog. I'm so sorry. I'd have to take that dog to the pound.
No, I'd have to keep it. You have to keep it.
That dog's like, I'm a victim too. It made me put lotion on my skin.
How did you track Buffalo Bill to this address?
She was in the trenches.
Clarice M. Starling.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I mean, she earned it.
Heck yeah.
That's probably the biggest case in 20 years.
Ernest W. Stevens.
Ernest W. Stevens.
Good job, Ernest. I thought she would see Hannibal like there at her thing. And he'd be like, hello, Clarice.
Oh, he's still on the loose, ain't he?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We're just so proud of her. We got wrapped up.
Special Agent Starling. Special Agent Man. Phone call. Excuse me, John.
Starling?
Don't be the president. It's gonna be too much.
Look, I just wanted to say congratulations. And I'm not much good at this kind of thing, so I'm gonna duck out of here.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Mr. Crawford.
Your father would have been proud today. Don't forget your phone call.
That was suspicious.
Starling.
Well, Clarice. Have the lamb stopped screaming?
Dr. Lecter.
Don't bother with the trace. I won't be on long enough.
Where are you, Dr. Lecter?
I have no plans to call on you, Clarice. The world's more interesting with you in it. Though you take care now to extend me the same courtesy.
You know I can't make that promise.
I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Bye.
Literally.
Dr. Lecter.
The guard guy.
Dr. Lecter.
Damn, we need a Silence of the Lambs part 2.
Heck yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Got the security system all set up? We have the big shot security. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You slippery little.
What's that character from Prison Break, babe? The one that makes you hold his pocket? I forget his name.
Teabag.
Teabag. You remind me of Teabag.
He's just a little sneak.
Damn, so he's gonna get his exotic island, isn't he? He went to a tourist spot. He said, I'm gonna get my white sand beaches.
She's gonna be chasing him down before we know it.
Damn, that's it.
That was good.
That was a good movie.
I really
wasn't it?
liked that movie. If you like that, you should really watch Mindhunter.
Oh, shoot. We'll watch it. All right, guys, damn, that was The Silence of the Lambs. So the thing is, I remembered maybe like half of the movie for sure. That was crazy to watch. That was a good film. I thought the lady, Jodie Foster, did an amazing job.
Yeah, she did.
She was just such a good actress, man. She didn't go over the top. She didn't get out of her role. She just really played a nice, young...
The best FBI agent.
Right,
basically.
right.
Yeah.
She reminded me of Scully from the X-Files. You've probably never seen that.
No.
I've told you about it before. I mean, you know what the X-Files is. It's culture. Like, you know the...
No.
Anyways, she knows the music, guys. She's just not thinking of it. But if I played it, she would know exactly what we were talking about. But she reminded me of her a lot. What did you think about the movie, babe?
I thought it was really fun. It was unique. The whole time I was wondering, when's Hannibal ever going to have anything to do with it? But it's about him. But his screen time, you wouldn't think that.
Right. It was interesting because we did have two main villains in this story. And like, even though one was horrifically more abusive and gruesome to an extent, because I guess he was with all the dead, mutilated bodies in the tub, breaking them down and all that.
Well, the other
But
guy was just bad.
he was just as bad, right? Like, he had his moment. His moment wasn't quite as like shocking, I suppose, as Buffalo Bill's, but he was so scary because he was cerebral. Buffalo Bill just sort of seemed like a dummy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, he even said it. He said the cops are kind of dumb. They were
Well, the only reason the cops are dumb is because we do have freedoms, right? I mean, like, in a totalitarian state, he would never be able to get away with that. I feel like, because they would surveil you and all that, but he does have his right to privacy, and that ultimately, I mean, if you're doing stuff in the bottom of your basement, I mean, you really have to like catch someone before you can't just have suspicions and
right.
go
You can't
step
just
in
run
there.
up in their house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And so
you have a lot behind that. So
right. So he basically was just able to get away with it because he just happened to, like a lot of people, I guess, in that era, you know, now everything you do is on camera, like literally. You can't go anywhere without being on camera, even if you live out in the country.
it would probably be really hard to get away with something like that.
It would be really hard to get away with it for sure.
Especially when he had like a certain MO and he was like hunting the same type of girl.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy for them to not, I guess, but it kind of shows like, and I guess Mindhunter did it too. Just like how they use other serial killers to get other serial
Into
killers.
the mind, yeah.
You have to like use their psychology and their unique way of thinking.
Well,
I don't even want to say bad, but unique. Like they think way different than you or I do.
Well, it is. I mean, yeah, it's apparent that they do. Like, I mean, even if you want to go fishing, like you have to get into the mind of a fish. You got to know when they like to eat, what they like to do. And I guess like on a macro scale, the same thing like applies. But I just thought that was just some good acting. I thought there was something so simple about the movie. You know what I mean? It didn't use any like crazy explosions or any fancy tricks or anything. It was just a very straight up psychologically abusive movie.
The guy was a good manipulator, to be honest.
Right.
He had a weird way of being a friend, but you want to capture him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. He was like kind of good at getting into her mind as well. Like by asking her really personal questions she didn't want to think about.
It was interesting because he had this like narcissism about him where he really, really, really wanted to be heard.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be able to basically preach to you and belittle you. You know, like if you're unaware of something, it's one thing to tell someone, but it's another thing to like make them figure it out. And when they do it, you could be cynical and be like, you're getting it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and that's how he was, just a total, just an abusive person, really, like a psychologically abusive person. And he abused the girl. And so like the lady in the movie, she was abused by she was basically just abused by him the whole time.
By having to relive trauma that she didn't want to even like reopen, honestly, because that's the point of her like whole career was to turn around that trauma.
Right. So that's something that she's been having trouble coping with her whole life. This trauma of hearing all these lambs being slaughtered. It was just an image, particularly because she was a young girl and she was displaced at the time, you know, so she was just in a very fragile state. And seeing something like that probably opened up her eyes to, even though he was a good, decent man, as she said, she also like maybe was just traumatized by like the brutal reality of the world. You know, like even a good person could like slaughter lambs because it's just the nature of our reality. So hopefully she doesn't hear the screaming of the lambs anymore.
I feel
hopefully
like
she can
that's
close
the
that
point.
chapter.
I feel like she will because he's still out there.
Right.
Like I feel like the lambs are gonna keep going while that guy's out on the loose.
I don't think there's a Silence of the Lambs part 2, or if there was, it was a total flop, and I never heard of it.
I never heard of there being a second one for this either.
I would be okay with there not being one. Like I kind of like how
it's up to you.
He kind of just, you know, ate people the rest of his life and ended up dying of old age. So just a crazy story. I guess he didn't get caught. He just outsmarted everyone.
I guess so.
I don't know. I thought that was just a good movie, man. It was fun, really fun.
I'm glad you guys voted for it on Patreon. I hope there's more. If anything that says cerebral, which I do know, like what's one that they say The Matrix is cerebral, we have to watch that. But if there's any more like that, I need to know.
Any psychological thriller, any type of like psychology related movie in that way, Mrs. October is going to be a big fan of.
Yeah. Which I need to see the Zodiac now that I've like have seen more movies because there's like a bunch of stars in there.
Oh, like the Zodiac Killer?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Mrs. October used to be really into like the ID channel.
But
like
not
that.
really like the movie aspect. Or I watched the Mindhunter show.
It was the documentaries.
Yeah, I watched more like documentaries and podcasts.
Right. And apparently, I didn't realize, but I looked into it, and it turns out like a lot of women are into that, and I didn't really understand why. But I think it's like women like to be more aware of things like that, so they like to consume that content because they feel more vulnerable.
Yeah,
in
but
society.
it's weird because when you and I go into a public place, you will immediately think to where can we escape, who's the shooter, stuff like that. Like you have like an escape plan. Whereas me, I've watched and listened to all this stuff. I don't.
You're making me sound crazy.
No, but
at the same time, dude, if I go in somewhere, I definitely. I mean, I'm aware of things like that.
It's in a protective way. You're not doing it like as a crazy way.
I don't walk around public like a dummy. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
I know I seem kind of brain dead on the channel a lot because I'm just zoning out watching some movies. But in public, I'm definitely aware of things like that for sure.
Right. Whereas
it happens
me,
so much.
I would listen to that kind of stuff, and I know if I'm getting captured, like a million things what I'm gonna do. Like I know, like I have that plan, but. I don't, it's not like I'm in a place and like wouldn't notice, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It would still catch me by surprise, but I would still get them caught. They're getting caught.
Yeah, like if you're in public and you see something you don't like, don't stay by it. You know what I mean? I mean, I definitely think if you have like a family, you should definitely always have like a plan in your head. Okay, if we go somewhere, where can we go in case like a fire happens or something? I don't necessarily always do it consciously. I mean, a lot of the times it's just, I don't even think about it. It's just.
Well, it's just when we're in like really public populated spots.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just a great movie, man. I thought that was just an iconic piece of cinema for sure. I'm glad that I finally got to relive this movie. And it's one of those things where like, it's like, welcome to Top Mojo's 20 craziest serial killers. And then it'll show like a little cut. Hello, good evening, Clarice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll just show little clips of this movie and stuff. And so it really is such a part of culture. And I'm really glad that you finally got to watch it.
I have seen the guy in the mask and I've seen him like strapped up before, but I've had no
So you've
idea
seen that
why.
image before?
Yeah, I've no
Did you
idea
recognize Jodie Foster in that? I didn't know her name was Jodie Foster.
Was she on Forrest Gump? Not Forrest Gump. What was that movie? Castaway?
I remember. I think it was the wife in Castaway. I could be.
Or
completely
is she
wrong.
the lady that we thought was the lady.
As y'all see from the movies, we're notorious for thinking that we know someone and then it's totally not the person.
Yeah,
but to be real though, that dude did look like Papa from Stranger Things.
I mean,
he resembled him.
I mean, yeah, and he kind of gave off the same vibe.
Like if Papa was older and maybe like, you know what I'm saying, just aged a little bit and maybe like lost some weight or something, he definitely looked like him for sure. Or maybe I'm just completely tripping. Just a good movie, man. I'm glad that we finally got to see it on the channel. And it's basically pretty much what I remember. There was just a lot of scenes in it. I didn't understand all the dialogue. And like I said, I didn't understand like Buffalo Bill's motivations. But now that I've gotten older, what I really realized about the film was the times when she's sitting there talking to Hannibal and the conversations they had, it was actually a really short-lived conversation all in all.
Yeah. I felt like that's the part that's going to stick out to me the most from the movie, but it wasn't that long.
Remember when we watched V from Vendetta the other day and how he just went on and on and on with his like soliloquies and stuff? I sort of pictured this movie being like that.
Yeah.
So a little easier to understand than I remember for sure.
All the stuff I know now from like serial killers and stuff, I feel like had I watched this in 91, which I wasn't born, so I couldn't have. But like if I watched this before, like all of that, it would have completely blown my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I bet at the time this was for sure. I don't really know any other pieces of film that dive into like the land of
Zodiac.
Well, no, not Zodiac. More of just like cannibals, I guess.
Oh, cannibals.
Like when I think of cannibals, I think of like...
I always felt like those were kind of forbidden. Like, of course, Dahmer, that new thing that came out, because Jeffrey Dahmer is a cannibal. We know that, but...
Right.
But we never got around to that, and I don't think there's movies about any other cannibals.
People say I look like Jeffrey Dahmer, but I'm just here to tell you objectively, I don't. I really
Did you know
don't.
he worked at a chocolate factory?
Jeffrey Dahmer in the chocolate factory?
Did you know that? Isn't that kind of creepy? Like, that people were eating chocolate. That
While
Jeffrey
everyone's
Dahmer.
sitting there like snacking on the chocolate, he wanted to be snacking on the people.
Yeah, on the people eating the chocolate, like wild.
So weird.
Yeah.
If you guys have any more twisted movies like this that dives into the land of like serial killers or...
And they can be true or not true, because I just think the thing that's interesting to me about serial killers is tracking them. They have different motives, different MOs, different types of victims they get. I always think that's kind of unique. You know, sometimes if you fall into that, especially if you're a girl, like run away, you know, there's just different types of people with different types of motives and different types of trauma. It's always related to trauma.
The documentaries are very interesting though, for sure. I mean, which one is the one that you thought was the craziest one? The big old dude, the big old fat dude with the glasses.
Oh yeah. Honestly, guys,
What was his name?
It's Ed, but I don't remember his last name. I
Ed.
can't remember it off the top of my head.
It's Ed something, man. Some serial killer. He basically just...
He was on Mindhunter. Like they portrayed him on Mindhunter.
Ed Kemper or something like that?
Kemper.
Is it Kemper?
Yes.
This man basically killed all these people because he was building up the courage to go kill his own mama or something.
Yeah. But he's the one who caught, I want to say it was Charlie Manson. Because of his help, they caught Charlie Manson and Ted Bundy.
Interesting. So maybe that's something that's actually happened in history. Serial killers help.
That's what I'm telling you. Like that's what
crazy.
the Mindhunter, the show, it's based off a agent in Quantico who discovered that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, you learn something new every day on this channel, guys. So like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up on Patreon if you guys want to see the full uncut reaction to The Silence of the Lambs. Honestly, man, I know I've done said it like 3 times at this point, but if you have any more psychological thrillers, any just twisted things like that dive into this realm on any level, just please let us know. Because I know Mrs. October had a lot of fun, I could tell.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. And you know me, I'm having a lot of fun with the scary. Was this a scary movie too, or no? It didn't feel scary.
Well,
did it?
I didn't like the images. Like I want to erase like the skin and stuff and from my head, and even the sewing of it. Which that's something I wanted to ask you about. Why? So he was trying to portray that one lady. Is that what it was? He was trying to he saw the lady, the one that was like the oddball, the one that was the sewer and all that. He saw her and wanted to be like her.
Something.
Okay. I was a little confused by that. I'm sure someone can explain that on Patreon.
He said.
I know.
What the heck? All right, guys. I'm going to go get something to eat and try to forget about this movie for a little bit because it was absolutely wild. Definitely like the video. Subscribe if you are new here. And if you don't, then I'm going to put the lotion on the skin, give you the hose again, all that stuff. And you don't want to end up in my hole, bro. So that sounded extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
Anyways, you don't want to end up in our well.
Yeah, because it does somersaults in it every once in a while.
He's Simone Biles, that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Guys, we got to go. We'll see you on the next one.